So after a harrowing adventure in the Fog Lab, and a not-so-pleasant welcome in the Moon Cove strip mall, and subsequent being kicked out, you have all made it to the Moon Cove, whereupon you met a delightful man by the name of Pistachio, and a couple of other party characters. You were led through this bustling carnival festival enjoyment place to the Goddess Hall, where you met the Goddess Moon. She encouraged all of you to have fun tonight, as tomorrow you'll get your answers. But for now, all of you stand outside on the steps of this beautiful white marbled hall. What would you like to do?
Is Squirrel and Death still playing, or Sycamore and Death still playing cards?
They are.
Zuma's just gonna be like, "Are you still losing?"
Dust is just gonna look over at you and just kind of like sadly nod as he puts his last card down and just goes, "You never win at this." And the squirrel is just sort of like pulling little like gold coins and acorns and little like figurines toward her.
Zulma, just gonna say, I wish you the best of luck. And then he's gonna turn and go, "All right, where does everyone want to head now?"
Do we have any cookies here? We haven't had cookies in a while.
We just had
Augie has disappeared and isn't around to hear that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You said Augie disappeared?
There's one. He's just toddled off. Who knows?
Are
I'm
we
asking
missing
the
someone?
crowd. Does anyone know where Augie went?
Zuma's gonna do a head count and just go, "I haven't seen him."
Dust speaks up, and he points down the pathway that you guys came from, and he says, "He started walking off with Pistachio earlier."
Oh.
Well,
Did he say where he was going?
No. Dust is very awkward. I just need you guys to know. He's literally making eye contact with you, Vitani, while he says that. He's not broken eye contact.
Really?
Mist is gonna look torn and she's gonna finally say, well, as much as I want to know where he is in this strange place, he probably left because he wants to be left alone with whatever he's doing. I guess he'll find us when he was ready. And she'll kind of shrug. And then start watching the people around because that's more fascinating. She always comes back.
Not the most dangerous.
As you guys are talking, Sycamore, the squirrel, sort of jumps off the table and transforms back into her human form with the tail and like cute little ears poking out of her black hair. It says, "Well, depending on what he's doing, he's probably gonna end up at the dunk tank."
I don't think that would be where his first stop is. Why do you think he would go to the dunk tank?
I mean, wouldn't you want to watch a bunch of people get dunked in the water?
I want to watch a bunch of people get dunked in the water.
I mean, unless he volunteers, he's not going to be in the dunk tank. People just tend to flock to the dunk tank. Just nods and goes, "Yeah, I go in there a lot."
Do you get dunked a lot, Dust?
By 12-year-olds. Sycamore laughs and goes, "Yeah, he kind of hits the back. There's this pin in the back where if the kids are smaller than a certain size," and she waves around her knees, "you can just kind of elbow it and you'll just get dunked in." So he tends to elbow it a lot. Dust goes, "Yeah, it makes him feel better."
Aww. That's out of character. That's so fucking cute. What the hell? I adore him. What
Dust
the fuck?
is the best.
I'm soft. Well, if you saw him go off in that direction, I guess it's worth a shot? Or was there something else you guys wanted to do first?
I'll mention the magic
Zulma,
man.
yes, I'm interested in meeting this magic man as well.
Magic Man it is.
Oh wait, he's the one that was doing the fireworks. That's why we couldn't meet with him.
Yes. Well, we can at least go and, go towards the area where the firework are
Also,
happening.
just walk and see what we see.
Ahsoka's
So-
gonna take this time to use her cantrip, finally.
Hey!
And she's going to wander off
Oh, no.
without you guys knowing. And just kind of walk around the festival.
Perception
Okay.
check. Do I notice she's gone?
You guys are just losing everybody in droves.
You
But
know,
It really like we're splitting up, but okay.
Free. Rhea noticed shit.
Yeah, no, you don't. YouTube, you will never know the joy.
For YouTube, it's the dude that puts up the peace sign and just disappears.
ouch. Man, it's weird rolling physical dice because now I have to look up at my sheet and add the things to it.
Cry me a river in math. It's my mortal enemy.
Math.
But yeah, if you guys want to leave the Goddess Hall and go down the steps, you go through the residential area and then you'll come out into the bustling, crowd-filled streets.
And that's the way they pointed that Augie went?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that we all head out into the crowds and the things.
Alright, hold on, let me... This is not what I'm looking for. I need you. Alright, so as you guys come to the crowds, you hear people shouting, and it's a joyful kind of shouting. You see people carrying big stuffed animals, other people are carrying trinkets. Some kids have some wooden carved swords that they're smacking each other with. There's just a bunch of people, and all of them are happy, and the air around you is a sort of contagious kind of smile. As you're walking, everybody roll a perception check. I want Rhea, Vitani, and Mist to roll with advantage if you're in the group. Or if you
Yes.
want to be near the group.
Oh.
That is a 19.
Rhea 14 for me.
Alright.
21.
Alright. So you
Wait,
guys are...
what? Perception?
Yeah. Completely valid.
17.
17. Also valid.
Wait, hang on a second. This is a D12. No, it isn't. Do I have 2 D20s? I do. Huh.
You no perceive.
I did not. Well, I don't know. It's a 14. Kind of average.
You still hear it. You're walking toward the bigger of the two tents, because you have to pass by the minor tent. Before you... Sorry, I have the hiccups. Before you even get to the minor tent, you hear this solid thunk. And it's a thunk a lot of you know well. It's the sound of an axe hitting wood. And you hear it again, thunk. And you hear a big, boisterous man talking avidly with a bunch of little children as he's handing them these axes, telling them, how to hold it and how to throw. And he turns and he looks at you and he notices... Sorry, I'm stuttering again. he notices the axe on your back, Rhea, and goes, "Aye, want to try?"
Absolutely.
Mist is just gonna curl her lip at that and take a step back. No.
Okay.
Zulamar and Vitani are like, wood. Axe.
Wood. Axe. Chop.
Chop, chop.
And he waves all of you over, and he finishes helping the little kids with their little basket of axes. And
Aw.
he sets one of his other workers to go make sure that none of them like lose a finger or, throw an axe backwards. And he comes
Yeah.
over to you and he goes, "So, any of you have any prior experiences with axes other than Miss Lady here?"
I do.
"Oh, do you now?"
I do.
"Oh, so I take it you're good at throwing."
Oh, yes.
"Well, I don't think you're as good as me." And he takes one from the bucket that's in front of him, and he's facing you, and he throws it backwards, and he gets a bullseye.
Vitani's eyes go wide in, that is so fucking cool.
"You wanna try?"
Yeah.
Alright, and he goes and he gets 2 buckets, and he puts one in front of Rhea and one in front of Vitani, and he looks at the rest of the group and he's like, "Do any of you want to try?"
Nope.
No, I'm familiar with it, but throwing them are not my expertise. That was always her thing. And he points at Vitani.
"Oh, we can always teach you."
Come on, Zuli, give it a try.
I got children over there doing it.
Exactly.
It's
You
a
might
rite
like
of passage. Oh my goodness. It's a rite of passage. I could say sister, but it's about it.
"Your loss." And he's gonna go back over to the bullseye, and he's gonna pull the axe out, and he's going to come back and hand it over to Vitani. And each of you have 5 axes in your buckets,
Okay.
and I'm going to let you roll 5 different things, but they cannot be the exact same thing.
Okay.
While you would think this would just be a straight strength check, I'm not making it a strength check. I'm making this give me 5 different attributes, roll those, and depending on how you say you're rolling it, then I will give you advantage or disadvantage. So, and yeah, so like say
different skills.
say you want to do just straight strength instead of athletics, I would be like, you roll strength, you use your muscles, you throw it. If you want to roll something else, you'd be like history, or I roll this, I roll that, but you have to tell me how you would do it.
Okay.
And you have 5 axes.
5 axes.
So this isn't about being
One of them
like
be just a strength.
one of them can be a strength, but the other 4 have to be something different.
Okay.
So that's why I was gonna say any of you guys can do this.
Mist is more of the person, like she gets this as a carnival and she knows how people swindle at games. And she's more about like, if I'm playing one of these games, it's something I know I can win or cheat.
Oh, see, and that's the funny part. Nobody said this one was a game.
Huh.
She's just gonna watch. She's not giving anyone any money yet. Fuck that.
That's what playing me.
Amazing.
Alright, so who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Alright. What are you rolling?
And for this one, I'm gonna do straight strength.
Alright.
Let me see.
How are you using your strength?
Probably just gonna hurl this thing as hard as possible at the bullseye.
Alright, I'll give you advantage for that.
Hopefully. Advantage?
Mhm.
Okay. Alright.
What did
A
you
nat
do?
20.
Hey!
Oh, hell yeah.
A nat nat 20 on the brand new dice Amber got for
Yay!
me. I'm soft. What the heck?
It was meant to be.
It truly was.
All right. So do you want to flavor that or should I?
You provide the best flavoring.
I'm flattered. So you watch this man who just didn't even look, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna do that because you're you, and you wanna. So you turn around and you make sure you're within eye contact of Rhea, and you just go, "Hey, watch this," and you fling it over your shoulder using as much muscle as your bicep can go with, and you just toss it, and then you just hear this thunk, and you're like, "Oh, if that didn't land, I'm gonna be so embarrassed." And you turn your head, and you just see the axe master just go, "Nice," and you turn around, and it is dead fucking center.
Fuck yeah!
One down.
That's
Can Zulamar say that he's gonna do this now?
If he wants to, yeah.
Does it look fun now?
Mist is just kind of like, suckers.
You
Yeah,
can sit,
Zulamar's
you can
gonna
sit down
step
with
up
the
and go,
parents.
Alright, give me a basket.
Alright, you get a
Hi.
basket brought over to you. Rhea, do you want to go
This
next?
is when I wish I could be Glenn with
Yeah.
guidance. Fucking guidance together.
Oh shit! You remind
Would
me.
it
I have
be
guidance.
would it be perception to like, you know, use like your visuals to like really pinpoint where to throw?
Yeah, you can watch other people and like see how they're doing it, and just kind of like try and scope out what techniques you work and what don't. I'll give you advantage for that.
That's why.
Can Zulamar prepare guidance for himself?
Sure.
21,
Cool.
18 on the dice.
Alright, 21.
Nice.
You nod at Vitani and you're like, yeah. Or would you like me to flavor this, or would you like to flavor it?
You can flavor it.
Okay, so you nod at her very accurate thing, and you go, yeah, that's cool. Don't need gimmicks, and you just don't even take your eyes off of her, and you throw it, and it hits the target next to her, dead fucking center as well. A little higher up on, like, the tilt, but still dead fucking center. And the axe master is just clapping, he's like, well done!
Like, this is probably the best shot I have at a game.
So, Zulamar, do you want to go next?
Yeah. So he is going to go with medicine, and specifically he is envisioning how he has to pinpoint the source of the loss of life in the subjects and the people that he's interacted with when sensing death, and
You
so
know
he's
what?
going to look at that.
I will give you this. I'm rewarding good roleplay, so you can have advantage on this.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So he's gonna pick up that axe. It's gonna feel kind of like nostalgic. And then a D4 for guidance. Okay. Ah.
What'd you get?
Uh, Cool. So 12 plus 5 plus 4. Jesus Christ. 21?
21? Yeah, you
Nice.
watch these and you're just like, it can't be that hard. It can't be that hard. And you look at this target, and for a second you see someone, and you just go, yeah, no, it can't be that hard. And you throw it with all of the intent and anger and vitriol inside of you, and it hits dead fucking center. And you're kind of surprised at yourself, and you go, oh damn.
Yep. So Mom just kind of like blinks and looks at Matani and Rhea and goes, just shrugs and goes, sure.
Damn, kid! Fuck! When did you learn how to throw like that?
Throwing my
Oh,
siblings
there.
around, probably.
Does this mean it's my turn again?
1 second. All of the axes are taken off of the board first and put
Okay.
in front of you instead of back in the bucket. And some of the kids are just kind of like watching you guys now more than they're paying attention to their own axe throwing because they're like, that's fucking cool. But now it is your turn, Batani.
Okay. For this one, I think I'm gonna take advantage of my survival skill.
All right.
How does that apply here? Well, I mean, oh no, my brain is dying. That first throw was too fucking good.
You experience hunting in Saint Sister.
You're fucking right. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage for that.
thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see what I got here. Okay.
I mean, you had to learn after Zulmar got his head knocked open.
Rest in peace. Oh my gosh.
She got a crooked horn because of you.
Listen, it's not okay. You know what? It might be my fault a little bit. That's. I'm still gonna deny blame though, because that's what I do.
Zulmar loves to tell that story.
It's a good story.
Mm.
Okay, it might help if I had something flat to roll. Hold on, I'm not used.
Do you have a book?
I threw the paper that I had like somewhere earlier, and I don't know where it went. I'm just gonna roll on the floor.
Fair.
Oh, I don't like that first one. Nah, that one's not much better, but it'll work. It's a 14.
All right. So, would you like? I'll tell you how it happens. That way, you guys can get it. So you don't get straight bullseye again, but you do still get on the target. But you get on the very edge of the target, just on the outside of the orange line.
Ooh.
So while you got it, you almost didn't.
I was too distracted.
Got a little too full of yourself for that one, eh?
A little too full of myself, a little too distracted with the with the next player, I guess.
And probably excitement. Alright. Rhea, your turn.
Nature would help me in this aspect. Like just knowing how to chop down trees.
You wanna use nature? Or
Guess. I'm trying to use different things.
Alright. You hit enough trees that you think you can maybe throw it. But, I don't know, I'll take it, but I'm not gonna give you advantage for that.
That's fair.
You are cutting out.
14.
14? Alright. So, same thing happens. Yours is sort of tilted slightly to the side, still on the edge, almost half on, half off. And you feel like, maybe it did get overconfident. Alright, Zulmar.
Alright, so for this one, we're gonna go with history. And he's going to lean into the fact that while he wasn't big into physical fitness in Saint Sister, he does pay attention to like the historical elements as the chief's son of, you know, chopping down their trees and the axe throwing that they always do at their fire festival. Um, and knowing like the techniques that have gotten our historical like winners that were like champions of axe throwing throughout the years.
I'll give you that. I'll give you advantage for that.
Well, that didn't do me a lick of good.
Oh no.
What'd you roll?
8 plus 2, 10.
Alright, so with all the confidence of the world, as someone who's seen this happen dozens of times, you pick up your axe, you bounce it in your palm a little bit, and you throw it, and you're like, yep, bullseye, and you watch it as it hits the ground before the target.
Oh boy.
Well, can't win them all.
The axe master just claps and goes, almost, almost. In that very, very obvious, obnoxious carnival man way.
Zulma is gonna prepare guidance, and then he's gonna turn to the kids and go, see? That's what happens when you don't practice.
Oh my goodness.
Because
Alright.
he's very hyper aware of the children because of his siblings.
Oh, they're still
Aw.
watching. They're still just sort of excitedly being like, oh, other people are doing this too. They're enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
So
he loves their enthusiasm.
axes are rounded up, and it is the third round. Vitani,
Alright.
what would you like to use?
Well, Vitani's gonna give Zuli a pat on the shoulder for that last throw. Then I am gonna go for perception on this one.
Alright.
And specifically regarding looking at how she fucked up last time and just making an effort to correct her throw for this time to really make a better hit.
I'll give you advantage for that.
Cool. All right. Let's see. Stop rolling off of the thing. Okay. Okay. It's a 16.
16. Alright, so there are 3 rings in this bullseye. The center one,
Yes.
the middle one, and then the outer one. And you get a little bit to the left of the middle one, so you're closer to the center, but you're sort of between the two.
Gotcha.
So you
It's a
got
little
closer.
better.
Yeah, you got a lot closer. Like, the tip of the axe blade is in the center, but the meat of the axe is in between.
Gotcha.
Alright. Rhea.
My straight athletics, like give her best baseball throw.
I'll give you advantage for that. Baseball, throw, an axe. Do it. I want this.
Oh, okay. They're both 12, but plus 4, so 16.
Jesus!
We're matched.
Same thing. Different angle, obviously. But yeah. Same thing. This is getting kind of eerie.
Wow.
Still neck and neck here.
Alright, Zulamar.
Alright. So Zulma is going to roll insight this time, having been receptive to how the axe master, like his demeanor when he went to throw over his shoulder, and has been cataloging and paying attention to the vibes, basically the vibes of all of 3 of like Rhea and Vitani each throw they made. So he can see like where their moods had shifted even slightly. He's gonna try to replicate their bullseye vibes when throwing.
Alright, I'll give you advantage for that.
I'm gonna roll these one at a time. Hold on. Maybe that would give me a better chance. Yes.
Oh.
So we got 17 plus 5 plus 4.
Damn!
Yeah, you watch as these two are just kind of basically flirting with one another, and you just go, okay, and you use both hands and you throw the axe, and it just cracks into the wood loud enough that it catches both of their attention, and you turn back and you go, aren't we doing something?
I think you've gotten a little distracted.
You know?
The axe master is just loving this. He's eating it up, but he's gonna walk away momentarily to check on the kids while the axes are being gathered up. And now we are on to round 4.
To Zulamar's "you're getting distracted" comment, Vitani's just like, you know, I don't really mind. Alright. So for
And he's gonna prepare guidance.
prepare guidance, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking guidance, I swear.
This is a competition. He can't give y'all guidance. Mm-mm.
It's cold-blooded.
I am going to
That's
use
necromancer adjacent things.
I'm gonna use athletics for this.
Alright. How are you gonna use athletics to your favor?
Would it be odd to get a running start on an axe throw?
like a
If
shot
you were
put
an
type
animal.
Like
yes,
shot put?
I will say it's odd, but I will allow it.
Will you
because
allow
why
it?
the fuck not? Y'all
If you do the running throw and then like, you know, do the like over your
Or like the
head throw.
javelin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll allow it because y'all are already weird, and this is just beautiful. I will give you
Alright.
advantage for this.
Bless. Alright, so that is a 22.
Alright, you step back. You go further back. You get up to Mist, and you just kind of do the head nod at her, and then immediately run forward, hold the axe over your head, and just chuck it. And it thwacks really loudest so far into the center, and you see the wood split a little bit. And your arms just go up, just like, yes! And you just kind of like chill, because you're like, kids are watching, yes, I am a god. And on your shoulders, doing the little tiny baby golf claps, are Yuji and Nobara.
Gosh.
Alright, she's gonna turn to Rhea now. Just be like, your turn.
I think I'm just gonna use survival in this, in the sense that she knows she can hit a moving target. A standing still target shouldn't be that much harder.
I will give you advantage for that, because you're correct.
I like it, Picasso.
Like it, Picasso. 17 plus 3. Mod 20.
Mod 20.
Ooh.
Alright. Is there any particular way you want to throw it, or just throwing it?
You know, I'm not the greatest at flavoring,
Flavor.
but just throwing it, but you know, matching that snarky Batani vibe.
Alright, I got you. You see Batani doing this running, like, throw, and you just kind of go, yeah, alright. So, you sort of twist your hips a little bit, doing that, like, stretch move, and then as you stretch, you face away, and then when you turn, you fling the axe to the side, and then you hit your bullseye.
Thanks.
You're just like, flick of the wrist.
I like how Vitani's is all like definitely like show, while Reyes is just like got this.
Yup.
Vitani has that flair. Friend sign.
All right, Zulmar, your turn.
All right. So he's actually gonna do survival as well. Because he often was not always willingly dragged along to go hunting with Vitani. And so he does know his way around weapons, at least in the most basic sense of the word. I mean, like I said, he did get hit in the head, attacked by like a boar that they were trying to hunt because Vitani thought it was dead and it was not.
Listen.
So he does know his way around. So he's gonna use that knowledge of surviving Vitani in the woods.
All right, I will give you advantage for that.
Necromancer. Jason. Jeez. Okay.
I hope you mean that in Sailor Moon logic,
do,
not
I do.
Alabama logic.
I do. I meant it in Sailor Moon. I'm so sorry, YouTube. We're
Oh,
talking
he's so
in the,
used to it.
We're talking in the group chat. Stop, Drake.
Whoa, that's a bit too Florida. You mean Alabama?
Mod 20.
Woo woo!
Damn!
Do you have any way you want to flavor it, or do you want me to do it?
Since Vitani decided to make a running start, he's gonna do one of those like spinning shot puts. Like he's gonna spin in place.
All right.
And then yoink.
So you twist and you spin and you make sure that you have that perfect arc on your heel as you throw this axe and it thwacks. And all the kids are just like, whoa, did you see that? Oh my god! Because they're really excited at this point because it's just bullseye after bullseye after bullseye and they're losing it. Like, they're not even paying attention to their buckets anymore. They're just so excited for what you guys are doing.
Oh.
And the Axe Master is just sort of nodding at you guys, and he's, like, clapping. He's like, y'all know how to put on a show! And the axes are gathered, the wood is mended, and you guys are on your last throws.
Zulma's gonna prepare guidance.
Jesus Christ.
Oi, it's not a cantrip, it is an abuse.
Oh, is he now? Is he now?
Okay. For my last throw, I am going to invoke probably my highest boosted skill, which is intimidation.
Oh.
Oh,
Can't
yeah?
scare that wood. Wow.
Why did you have to say it like that?
Funny, I can believe it.
Because my name is Shoto Todoroki. And I approve this message.
Oh.
It's Icy Thought on Thursdays.
Funny wood, though.
Oh, yes,
that wood.
Vitani.
You know
How would you like to use intimidation?
Originally, I was gonna use it more so on the basis of like trying to make a throw so good that it would like shake up Zuli and Rhea and make them mess up a little bit on theirs. But because the name of Shoto was brought up, I think I would rather intimidate the bullseye and yell "die" at it as I throw my axe in Bakugo style.
You want to Katsuki Bakugo and axe throw?
Yes, I'd like to Katsuki Bakugo and axe throw.
Oh,
Using invitation just in the way you hype yourself up, man.
part of me wants to give you disadvantage, but I'm giving you the advantage because he's my favorite character.
What? Okay.
Let it not be said that I will pander.
Shameless.
I am.
You're shitting me.
What did you do?
What do you think I did?
I don't
Oh
know.
no.
That 20?
I rolled a 19 and then a 20.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
That's a 24 total.
Ugh. So do you want to flavor that or should I?
You please.
Alright. You want to intimidate not just your opponents, but this wood, this target, this aura, this lane. You are the best. You know you're the best. You're number one. No one can tell you otherwise. You are the biggest fish in the pond and the ocean better move out of your way. You take this axe and you use one hand and you direct your line of sight and you just go, you're dead. And you chuck it as hard as you can and you crack the wood straight down the center and the axe goes through and only the handle is sticking out of the bullseye.
Oh shit.
Damn.
You Katsuki Bakudo'd it. You...
Bakudo.
Bakudo'd.
I said
You
it right,
Bakudo'd
but
it.
I'm having a really bad stutter day.
You're
Valid.
Yeah,
It's
you
just the
Katsuki'd
sweet
it.
innocent voice of "You're dead."
You're dead.
You're dead. You're dead.
Which is funny, because I'm the least sweet and innocent person you guys know.
Deku with a gun.
I am. I'm Deku with a gun.
He is.
I love it. I love it. I love
Alright.
it. Carry
Rhea.
on.
Depending on what you pick, you're either going to get straight or disadvantage. Because Rhea rolled so fucking well with intimidation.
Well,
You mean
or
Vitani.
Vitani, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Rhea's a little turned on right now. So knowing full well that this is my I literally have a -1 in this stat, but I feel like it just works now because Rhea's just having a good time, and it's been a while since she's had like a good time and actually had fun and relaxed, especially around friends? Question mark. So I think I'm just gonna roll performance. She's gonna turn around like the guy did and like Vitani did at the beginning and try to throw it backwards.
Alright, I'm gonna give you a straight roll instead of disadvantage.
Cool. Okay. Well, it's not disadvantage. I don't have disadvantage. I
Oh,
just
no,
have
you
-1.
you would have gotten disadvantage because of the fact
Oh,
that
because of that. Oh,
yeah,
gotcha,
the
gotcha,
intimidation.
gotcha.
Also,
Gotcha.
for
Yeah.
anyone listening, if Amber starts to sound robotic, it's because we are currently in the middle of a storm.
Oh, yeah. Sorry if I was sounding.
Oh, it's good.
You're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
More like a warble.
Okay. 16
Also,
plus
as-
-1, 15.
As a reminder, if you have inspiration, you can use it too, if you would like to. But
I think I do for down below.
you decide that you're... I don't know if you do or not. You decide you're gonna use this wonderful, chance to show off. You don't care if you win or not. So you turn around and you go, you know what? Last axe, fuck it. And you chuck it over the back of your head. And you hear it thunk, and the kids are like going wild. And you're like, did I get a bullseye? What? And you turn around, you didn't get a bullseye, but you did get really close to a bullseye. And you're just kind of, you get the vibe, I'll take it. You're still
Absolutely.
enjoying yourself. Zulamar.
Yes. So since Vitani did intimidation,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that he's the yin to her yang, or the yang to her yin. I don't know which one represents what, but they're like the perfect opposites to each other. He's gonna go for persuasion. He
How are you
is
going to persuade the wood?
You handle it gently. That's how.
We are.
Yeah, I'm laughing at the obvious joke, not at you.
I'm
He's
surprised
gonna be like,
you're going to be
"Alright."
laughing at
He's gonna
something
look
else
at
in a
his
minute.
bullseye. He's gonna look at his bullseye and go, "You see what happened there." let's not have you like die on us. You're just gonna accept that everything's gonna go according to my plan.
As funny as this is, as wonderful as this is, disadvantage.
Yes. It's okay. He still has guidance. It's fine. And it's Zulamar, like, of course he's gonna get disadvantage. Well,
What did you do?
they're both 3.
Oh my god!
So it's a D4. It's also a 3.
Oh my god.
Persuasion +2, so it's
You rolled an
6,
8.
7, 8. an
Yeah,
8.
you got an 8. No, we're not doing that trick.
Jesus Christ.
If it were a 1, but they did not roll 1.
Holding on
So,
to that the whole time.
yeah. It would have been if anybody had rolled a 1, but nobody rolled a 1. So, you try and sweet talk the target, the wooden target, that's good 30, 40 feet away from you. And they're like, we got this. Together we will win. Together we can show up these 2 showboats. They're too busy flirting with one another. They don't see the connection we have. We're great. We're good. And you throw, and it's almost like the wood just is like, I don't know you. I don't want to be seen near you. Who are you? Because it doesn't even, it goes directly toward it, and then at the last second veers off to the left and lands in the grass.
Yep.
It's that
And then
I'm
Zulamar is
adopted.
going to turn to the children and bow.
The kids eat it up. They love it.
They want seconds.
They
Amazing.
are so excited. And that's the axe throwing. All of the axes are gathered up, and the man running the booth goes, "Oh, that was a very good show. You guys did wonderful."
Thank you.
Sorry.
He is going to lift up a chest, a wooden chest that none of you saw from the beginning. That was underneath, because there was this barricade keeping you from going too close to the axes, or like the axe throwing area to keep everybody safe. And he's going to put it on top, and he's going to flip it open, and inside is a bunch of glittering wooden axes. And he's going to say, "One for each of you."
Oh.
And these are little wooden axes. They're like half the size of your forearm. They're like little hand axes.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
These are literally toys for kids.
Oh.
Aw.
I'll take it.
Zulamar's gonna pick one.
Vitani will also pick one.
Alright. So you guys get your little toy axes as prizes. Don't forget to mark that down in your inventory. And now what would you like to do?
Still no sign of Augie?
You can make a perception check for it.
I would like to do so.
Go ahead.
I should pretend to be looking for him at least. Yeah. No, I was totally looking. I noticed you were gone. Because he's played this trap on her like as a kid before. Like he would go missing in malls, and he would wait to see like how long before she noticed her, and it would be a disappointment. No, they didn't actually do that, or maybe they did. That was hilarious.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
it was your biological dad, and he never came back.
14.
Did Augie go
Oh,
out to get milk?
And he never came back.
Oh my god.
Check your thing, Drake.
Boy.
What did you roll? I don't know.
14.
14.
14? Let me just allow me to actually make a roll on my own, because I'm not really. It's less of a sneak and more. Actually, hang on. There we go. That's how I could be tracked.
Oh, wait. Accidentally. I'm gonna roll something then.
Why don't we all roll something?
Yeah. So you don't particularly see your father in a Hawaiian trench coat, but you do smell the distinct smell of the herb in his pipe, whatever that herb may be.
Yup.
And you
Okay.
know that if you followed it, you would find him.
Amazing.
Well, Mist is turning over a new leaf, so instead of just leaving, she is going to look to the group, see, development. Oh, sorry. She's gonna say, I think I can smell Hoshi's pipe. I'm gonna follow that and see if we can find him. If anyone wants to join, they can. And she'll pause for a moment before going off in that direction.
Alright, Zuma says, well, might as well go find the cranky elf and see what he's up to.
Vitani is just. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying Rhea will just follow wherever you guys go.
Okay. Vitani is just in a glowing mood after that axe throwing, and she will go along with the group. But she's also gonna nudge Rhea with her elbow and just tell her that I've never met anyone else who's that good at axe throwing. Where did you learn to throw like that?
Lots of anger taken out of the woods alone.
You know what? I vibe with that. I like
I
it.
mean, it is my weapon of choice too.
True.
But throwing specifically, yeah.
1 second.
I would just like to note out of character that Vitani is smitten.
Aww.
Kawaii.
I would like to note out of character that Zuma is totally
Just
aware of
rolling
this.
Just the most obnoxious, like, sibling eye roll you've ever seen. You can feel it from space.
He's
My
ahead of them,
bad.
but he heard everything and it's just like, here it goes.
Here we go.
Hold on, I gotta fix my error. Alright. So you guys go through the crowd, there's food stalls go by, you hear a roar of people as they're finishing up what looks to be something with food, you're not entirely sure, and you keep going and you round the corner past the minor tent, and then you are in front of a throng of people that are just sort of milling about in front of the master tent, which has its big yellow curtain spaces open. The flaps of it are open and they're pinned down, and you see inside there are like seats and people are sitting down, and there is a big man in a white, billowy, velvety looking cloak with a obvious fake beard on and like one of those very sticky wizard man hats on that has like stars glued to it, but it's got like glitter glue stars. And he is shooting fireworks out of the top of the tent with like a flick of his fingers, and he's calling out in this strange language, and there's tons of little kids around him, and there's some adults behind those kids. And Miss, you see Augie sitting down on one of the chairs, or actually one of the benches near the back, away from people.
Of course. Well, she is going to guide the group over towards him. And I don't know if I assume he at least notices them coming, because they're probably not.
I don't know, Augie, what are you doing?
He's not paying attention to anything, but he's trying to figure out what he's doing.
Is he sitting on a bench?
Or...
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, a bench.
He's sitting on the bench with Andrea behind him, but he does look a little bit unusual. The two computer monitors that Andrea has as armor on the back, he's wearing them on his back, and his trench coat is draped over Andrea.
Is there room on the bench for a mist?
Yes, there's room for at least 2 other people.
Okay. Well, Mist is going to head over to Augie, noticing that he has not seen her coming, and is just gonna like hop up on the bench, but she's gonna be like crouching on the seat, and is gonna like peer down at what is he's doing and be like, "What happened? You wandered off."
He turns, and she can see that he's wearing a robot mask. Andrea is wearing a mask of an elf over its face, and he says, I wanted to see the magic man. I thought I said so.
Well, you can't just wander off. We're trying to make friends with these people.
Well, I'm being friendly. I'm watching the magic man. Come on.
All right.
Zulamar's just going to stride forward and peer down at Augie and go, "Are you all right? Why is Andrea disguised as an elf and you're disguised as a robot?"
That was funny.
Kind of is.
See? She thought it was funny.
They're dressed up as each other. I like it.
All right. I
Also,
mean,
the
it is
locals
funny.
don't
It's just not what
the
I
locals
would have
don't.
expected from you.
Well, the locals
Is
don't
all.
give a shit. They, once I dropped my basically didn't give a shit. So I'm like, all right, well, fuck around. It's fine. I haven't actually felt this comfortable in a long time, so I figured I'd let loose a little bit.
I think
Fair
that's a
enough.
really good idea.
Yeah.
I'm soft. What the heck?
When she says that, she is going to start rooting around in her fanny pack of holding and pull out a little pouch inside of there and pull out her disguise kit. And she's going to, I don't know, what would she draw? What would she do?
When you do that, by the way, you hear the sound of this man, this retired man that lives in your fanny pack, going, "Oh, don't forget some sunscreen. Yeah, you might need some sunscreen. Yeah."
Oh, I love it so much. Is he like from Minnesota?
He's from somewhere.
It's so cute.
I'm sorry, there's a what living in the fanny pack?
Oh, you didn't know?
No,
I don't think
we
so.
never got any information about the fanny pack. I
There's
think
a
he
little
says it just
man.
to
I don't think
Larl.
I had that information.
Yeah, no, I sent it to you.
Let me read what it says.
There's someone living in the fanny pack?
Yeah. Yeah, read it. Your fanny pack of holding.
Where did it go? Put it somewhere.
It's in the private notes together.
The mouth of this pack is 12 inches long and 6 inches wide with 200-pound weight limit, while only ever weighing 1 pound, which, honestly, the weight is mostly pointless. Blah, blah, blah.
Inside the fanny pack.
Inside the pack. Oh, there we go. Looks like regular pack, but if you speak into it, you'll be responded to by the voice of a middle-aged jolly man who you get the distinct vision wears flower button-ups, high-waisted shorts that don't reach his knees, with a belt that's too thin for him, socks with sandals, sunglasses in his graying hair, a baseball cap, and constant sunburn over his nose, despite the sunscreen he undoubtedly wears. He gives you inspirational quotes and hands you items you're looking for, even though you don't ask for them.
That is vaguely specific.
I, however, don't know if Miss needs sunscreen because she does have fur.
It's also the middle of the night.
He doesn't know
So
that.
she's
He
gonna
lives in a
say, "Thank
fanny
you,"
pack.
and put the
Oh,
sunscreen
okay.
back in the fanny pack.
I just realized I never read Zulamar's bag of holding.
I swear to God.
Yes.
So
Dude, you're
Zulamar pulls out his artist bag of holding to put his new treasure of his toy axe in. This is the art college dropout / artist bag of holding. This tattered bag has 1.5 foot by 1 foot mouth and is held up with a precarious threadbare strap that will break any day now, right? Maybe? You're not really sure. The bag only accepts books, paper, pencils, charcoals, paints, brushes. I assume that as long as, because you said originally you can put things in there as long as you don't mind them getting covered in paint.
Yeah.
Because nothing's gonna be secure.
Yeah, insert art
And
supplies
then the art
here. Little snacks.
little snacks, and oddly enough, left shoes. Not right ones though. It spits those right back out with the force of a trebuchet. The weight limit, quote unquote, is 50 pounds, but if you surpass it, the bag will still hold objects, but it will feel like you're carrying the weight of America's student debt on your shoulders.
Wow.
That's a lot, man.
Damn.
You guys wanted fancy
Zulmar
items.
just tells the bag. Zulmar just tells the bag as he drops the kid's axe toy. He goes, "That is a art supply. Thank you."
He considers it an art project. It accepts.
It is, yeah.
Yes, Miss Disguise Kit can have sparkles in it.
I was gonna say, if you said she couldn't have sparkles, I would say I don't even know who you are anymore.
I feel like I
And
wouldn't be
don't believe
myself.
it.
You got fine glitter, you got chunky glitter, you got shapes that are like the glitter shapes. You got those too.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. Wow. Okay, that's really amazing. I'm sorry, I'm overthinking it now. Well, she's gonna take some of those like glitter skate shapes and she's gonna like stick them on her fur around kind of like the outside of her eyes. And then
Alright.
she's gonna put it back in her pocket.
Done so.
Wait, is there face painting here?
In your
I
bag,
mean, there could be.
you can.
No,
you
no,
can
no.
Goes to go back in her pouch.
I mean, like, does the carnival have its own face painting station?
Oh yeah, there's tons of kids that have wanted their face painted, without a question.
Some of
Is the
them
one
are in our
nearby?
party.
Zulmar wants his face painted.
Well, hold on, 1 second.
Okay.
Frappi, have you shown back up yet, or are you just still kind of wandering and doing your own shtick?
I'm just wandering the grounds.
All right, do you want to be in the tent for this, or you just want to?
Yeah, she can end up in the tent.
All right, you don't have to sit with the party if you don't want to, but you can just chill wherever you want to go.
Hell yeah.
So, as you guys are fucking around with your bags, you hear the magic man has cleared his throat and has looked around the room, and all the kids are like, shh, they're hushing each other, and everybody's growing quiet, and the lights dim, and the curtains, the flaps of the tent close. And overhead is a single ball of glowing light that's very dim, but just sort of, like, not strobing, but dimming, and then brightening, and dimming, and brightening.
Mm-hmm.
And the man says, in a very deep voice that I cannot do, because I am, sadly, a 12-year-old boy who has not gone through puberty yet. Gather around, my children. I'm about to tell you a tale of a mystery, a tale of adventure, a tale for those not of the faint of heart. Who here wants to assist my tale?
Oh! Vitani's hand shoots up in the air.
Ahsoka also had shot her hand up too on the other side of the room.
My hand is actually up right now.
Alright, I want you guys to have a roll-off.
Okay.
Just a straight roll-off, don't add anything to it.
Just
Okay.
a 20.
Yep, just roll.
Yeah, just a
roll a
D20.
20.
$11.
17.
Alright.
Bitch.
So, Ahsoka, the magic man, turns to you, and his beard sort of slips off on his, like, right ear, and he tucks it back on. Without really, like, making any motion toward it, he just kind of tucks it back over, like, oh, this happens all the time, and everybody's used to it. And he points at you
Okay.
out in the crowd, and he draws his finger to get you to come closer, and then he picks one of the little children that lives there, and he pulls a sword of light out of the air and waves it like a wand. And it's just a small sword, but it's a sword. And he hands it to the child and goes, will you be my champion for the evening? And the child nods like they're vibrating. They're like bouncing on their heel. And they take the sword and they're like holding it with both of their hands in front of them. They're like shaking. This child is absolutely just, this is the best day of their life.
This is them.
Yes. And he looks at you and goes, would you like to be a villain? Or would you like to be someone much more mysterious?
Oh, I mean, let's go with mysterious.
Ah, the best answer. And he pulls out a wand that isn't made of light, it's made of pure shadow. And he holds it
Oh.
out to you. Do you take
Is
it?
she? Yes.
When you touch it, it sort of flares at the tip of this wand, and a cloak of shadow wraps around your shoulders and pulls over your head like a hood, and your face is obscure in shadows. And this magic man goes, now for this tale, you will be the aid to this magic legendary champion. And the kid, still bouncing, goes, yes, 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 yes. And they're just sort of like whisper excited. And he says, now I need the audience to beware that what you might see here tonight is all but an illusion. And when he does that, he like does that rear back where you wiggle your fingers and you like make faces, and as he does it, little sparks go off on his fingers.
Okay.
Oh. Should we wait one moment for Larl to get back?
Yeah.
We will wait.
Yeah.
But just so you know that this is straight up like this kid's dream, and this magic man is fucking going to town.
Amazing.
Which kid? The child or Ahsoka?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but listen. I'm imagining that Ahsoka didn't have like the traditional childhood.
No.
So this is like her getting to feel like a kid.
Oh.
Psst, hey kid. Hey kid.
Yeah.
Have you ever done this before?
No, I'm so excited.
Me neither.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Is she kind of like her knees kind of buckle and she's like, yay! But she she doesn't know that she's doing it. She's just like, yes, I'm so excited.
We're just waiting for Larl.
Zulmar is just
Sorry,
like
Brock.
No worries, we
lost
waited.
children.
So, as the man says this is all an illusion and the sparks go off on his fingers, they start to dance around his head more and more, and they start to spin like a cyclone, and wind picks up in the tent, even though there's the only way out is the top of the tent, but the top of the tent is unmoving. And the light overhead begins to glow bright and then flash once, and then all of you are dunked into darkness. And then the light slowly comes back up, and instead of being in this tent, all of you are in a field of a magical forest that has beautiful white trees with blue and purple leaves blowing in the wind, and everything smells sweet. And all of you just feel like you're the only ones in this field, even though you know there are people beside you. But you watch as this magical, mystical man with his fake beard and his pointy hat walks these two through this beautiful story where he tells the child, you are here to save a do you want to save a princess or a prince? And the child goes, princess. And he goes, yes, a beautiful princess. And he looks toward Ahsoka and goes, wave the wand.
Ahsoka's like, oh, okay. And she kind of like flicks it a little.
And out of the wand comes a beautiful flowing princess, maybe a little younger than this little kid, who has like beautiful glowing hair, and she's got flowers in her hands, and she's looking off pretty in the distance, just sort of like a basic fairy princess. And the magic man goes, and she has been attacked by a mysterious creature, not unlike your mysterious ward, but evil. And he wiggles his fingers, and the sparks that come off of them make a shadow, and that shadow creeps behind him and stands up and does that basic villain evil laugh that you're sort of like, ha 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 ha, I am an evil sorcerer, and I have come to capture the princess. And this little child goes, I'm gonna fight him. And the magic man goes, yes, but shouldn't you ask your advisor for an opinion? And the child goes, yeah. And he looks over at you, Ahsoka, and this child goes, what do you think? Should I fight him?
I think you should stab him in the back.
I don't think I'm tall enough. Can you make me tall enough?
Maybe.
And the magic man just looks at you and nods and just like taps his hand, like just waves along.
And then she waves the wand and kind of like tips, like gently taps the kid's head.
When you do that, this child slowly goes from being a child to a knight, a tall, like a glimmering knight in beautiful shining gem-encrusted armor, and the sword grows long, and it's no longer a child's little plaything, and this kid looks down and goes, I'm an adult! Oh, this is the best and worst day of my life! Taxes! Oh no! And he just runs. This child's been through it. He runs at this mysterious shadow, and he starts slashing at this shadow, and the shadow bounces back, and he's like, you shall never defeat me, hero! I am all-powerful! And the scene sort of fades, but the child still stands there, swings again, and is like, you know, where did you go, villain? And he's like, obviously waving the sword in a way you would never wave a real sword. And the magic man goes, you see, this evil villain has the power of teleportation, and he also has a friend. And as he says that, he sort of kneels down and like waves his hand over the ground, and all of you feel this strange rumbling underneath your feet, and then from the ground bursts a giant millipede with the head of a cow. And it goes, move over, hero! And this child is just fighting back that childhood groan of, oh god, no, puns. And you hear groans from the crowd, but you also hear the kids go, it's a cowapede! You can hear the kids are losing their minds, and the grown-ups are just like, why are we here? But
is that a thing that they have down here? Like, are we gonna have to fight one of these ourselves? Because we should be taking notes, guys.
The child turns, and they run at this illusionary, weird creature, and the magic man walks over to you, Ahsoka, and goes, I think you should give them a boost. And he just leaves it at that.
Ahsoka's just like, I don't know how to rhyme. I'll just bibbity bobbity boost.
You say this, and as you do, you flourish the wand a little bit, I'm gonna say, for flavor.
Oh yeah,
and
obviously.
The ground that goes from being grass to, in front of them, it's a black, spongy-like material. And the kid goes, yes! Like, full of just brimming excitement. This child's losing his mind. And he runs, and he jumps on this material and bounces straight up into the air and twists and swings the sword and chops off the head of this evil creature, and it glitters and glows and goes, like in slow motion as it falls to hit the ground. And the kid lands down and does like the best imitation of a child that is suddenly like a teenager adult kind of hero pose. And the man goes, the magic man goes, but you are not done with your tale. For you see, in all of this distraction, the evil villain has... And the kid cuts him off, he goes, "Oh no, he's taken the princess!" And he's like looking around. And the magic the magic man just goes, "Yes, you must find the princess among the crowd." And suddenly, all of you are back. The meadow is still there, but you are all sitting down. And he turns to both this child and you, Ahsoka, and he goes, "Just pick someone out that you want to be princess."
Okay.
So Ahsoka, you and this kid get to go throughout the crowd and pick who you want to be the princess. It can be one of your friends or a random stranger from the crowd. You get to decide.
I want to hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna roll a d6 and see like who it would land on from the one of you guys.
Augie.
All right.
That's a 6. It's DM. That doesn't count. It's gonna go to Rhea.
All right.
It's gonna be Rhea.
Oh, so princess-like.
So princess-like.
So
She's like,
Joe, what does Ahsoka do?
Ahsoka comes up to Rhea. It's like, hey, we were in the same thing together. We should just humor me, please.
Humor me.
This kid is very excited. I'm excited too. Please, please.
What happened to the princess? I think I got lost. But she found her.
No, the princess was
Is that what's happening?
kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah.
Go
And they
for
have
it.
to-
Save me!
And Kobe is
So Ahsoka, as you turn and you say, "We found the princess," bars, they're very illusionary, pull up around you, Rhea, and you're in literally a fake cage. You could put your hand through it and wave through the bars if you wanted to. You're not actually trapped. But the kid sees
Dear young
this.
hero, please save me!
The kid is just sort of bouncing and goes, I'll save you, princess! I'll do it! And now, you guys get to pick who the villain is.
Oh.
I got a BRB. One
Okay.
second. I don't want to miss this.
Okay.
We will pause. I hope you guys enjoy this story so far.
Do you want me to roll again and see like who it could be?
You want to, yeah.
You can always say if it's not one of the if it's not one of us, if it lands on a different number, that can always be like Papaya or someone.
Yeah.
It's me.
Be it.
Who'd you roll?
Hold on. It's going to be Zulamar.
Alright, we'll wait till Red gets back to finish this tale.
No, Jesus anymore. I was really hoping it would be Augie, but
Me too. I had everything ready.
Do you guys want to know who it would have been if you did pick someone from the crowd?
who?
'Cause I already knew who it was gonna be. It was gonna be Dust.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
Of course, it would have been Dust.
poor Dust.
Sorry, I'm catching up with the chat.
Listen, the Magic Man puts on a show, and when the show goes, it's gotta include guests.
Like the
wasn't
best
Augie
pet
still
I'm
doing his
out.
detect magic?
Huh?
Was Augie still doing his detect magic at this point?
Oh yeah, I'm detect. I want to know how this is done. If this is actually a magical illusion. Oh, she's like.
I will tell
Augie
you.
wizard that tells you how they're doing the magic trick and ruins the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Whenever
I
you
will.
ask her to do it.
I will tell you at the end, once the show is over. That way, you get to watch it and enjoy it first.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Well, no, my point was like maybe he couldn't be the villain because he was in the
No,
middle of doing detect magic.
Augie can do it and then do other things. It's just,
Sure.
he's doing it. He's having a good time. Like either way, he's enjoying it. He's not gonna wreck it for kids. Not
Mhm.
complete-
Especially
Fuck it.
this child that got turned into an adult and had a small existential crisis about taxes.
Yeah. Though Zulumar being chosen has possibilities because this is totally a pantomime show, and I know what to do in a pantomime show. I've been to a couple in my day.
I'm just glad you guys are enjoying this wonderful story.
Oh!
Ah!
Hang on.
Oh,
I don't.
ow.
Hang on.
I assume he's typing something.
Mm.
I'm kind of hungry.
Okay.
I made entirely too much dinner. I'm so full.
I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Red, hurry up.
She could be relieving her bladder.
Pooping, probably. Sorry, I'm a child.
That's funny.
It's in Brother Bishop. Mist, you're gonna want
Sorry, you cut out.
to check out Brother Bishop, Mist,
Oh,
and
reading. Man, my eyes.
Oh my god.
And Sona.
I fucking love that. That's so fucking funny. That's so fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
You can also just tell your friends to do that.
Well, I can only do like a couple at a time, but I'm
No,
just-
I meant like you can tell your friends to do that. To actually do the action.
Well, true, but we gotta make this. We got yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who would be closest to Mist?
Miss? Probably Zulabar. And then I think after
Oh,
that would
that-
probably be Vitani.
But Tani said that she sat down next to or in between Zulumar
In
and
between
Rhea.
Zulumar.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So Vitani.
So, oh yeah, Zulumar then Rhea, or
Mhm.
Zulumar then Vitani. Okay, you're right.
So we got Mist. We got. Okay, actually, hang on. We got Mist. We got Vitani, and Rhea's gone up, and Oscar's gone up, and Zulu. All right, so yeah. Okay, there we go.
Rhea is probably just sitting in a chair surrounded by fake bars.
Yeah, but she can't really engage in this. So
Yeah, I don't want to break the illusion.
yeah. I'll send a message to Vitani.
Okay.
I'm so tempted to get up and get some, like, Oreos or something.
Do it.
I just get this feeling that as soon as I get up, Red's gonna come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how that works.
Yeah, valid.
But also, I really want Oreos. I will be right back.
I'm not going to tell Vitani what it does, though.
Fantastic.
What?
I don't even think Oshi will. I don't even think Oshi would tell Mist what it does. It's just like do this when it happens. Just trust me on this. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Okay, I'm back.
Hooray.
Still waiting on Red.
Yeah.
Alright. That means I can eat my other Oreo. I grabbed
Actually,
the
Augie can tell her directly using a message spell because I can do that. Yes.
Yep. I grabbed the golden ones instead of the chocolate ones because I don't have chalky milk to dump it in, so I just grabbed the regular ones. By regular, I mean the vanilla ones. The hardest part about eating an Oreo is, like, not crunching into the microphone.
Huh?
Valid.
It's gonna be great.
In regards to the taxes comment, I was just trying to be funny. I don't think they actually have taxes.
No,
It
of
was
course
great.
not. Still, that's
Or they
fine.
have taxes, but taxes don't mean what everyone thinks they mean.
Well, I'm sure there's probably a settlement which has tax.
Maybe, but I just thought it would be like, 'cause when I was little, that was one of my biggest fears, taxes, which is not something a child should be afraid of. But I was. Still am. And I thought about that while I was like, oh, this child was me growing up.
Huh?
Just with way more courage. Gotta fill the empty silence. Because on YouTube, this is just gonna be quiet noise.
Can you not cut it out?
I could cut it out, but the thing is, it takes about 800 years to load it after I cut things out of it. Because I don't have a proper editing program on my laptop.
That's problematic. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, if I had, like, a better program, I would do that, but it costs so much money to get them, and I'm poor.
Fair
Oof.
enough.
Like, I should save up to get one, because we record every episode. But again,
True.
poor.
I mean, we could fill it with like hitting music.
Red boat.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say because that would be.
It would have to be completely DMCA free if we did any kind of
Yeah.
music.
That's not where I was gonna go with that. I was just more going to say I don't think I need Fred Boat to
Oh, blast people's ears.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, yeah, I had to talk about Fred Boat with them.
Oh
Go
boy.
in. Fred Boat's gonna blast your ears. It's gonna be very loud. And they're like, "Oh sure, okay." And then one of them comes, "Like you said, Fred Boat is loud." I'm like, we fucking told you.
You
We
were prepared
told
for the
you.
scenario.
Listen, even when you warned us, it still startled the
It's
shit
still
out of us.
jarring.
I know, but we found out how to turn it down before you get into the channel, so there is that.
Yeah, that is good.
Mm.
And it's like, oh, I'm gonna turn it down to 50 before we go in there. And
50 might still be too loud, my dude. Or food. I don't know their pronouns, I'm not going to assume.
50 is definitely not quiet enough.
That's pretty color. David Tennant and Donna are coming back to Doctor Who.
Good.
I just saw
Personal
that on
opinion,
Instagram.
Donna, one of the best companions.
Yep. Apparently Donna's coming back. Also, we're getting the first Black Doctor.
Yes, I saw that. I'm so excited for that.
So am I.
Sad that no redheads.
No, but we have a
Well,
woman now.
Yeah. Always made a comment. Always wanted to be a ginger.
Always wanted to be ginger. No,
hmm.
always wanted to be ginger. I don't even keep up with it like that anymore, but that was like my siblings and I watched that all together all the time.
I will say that
So
Tennant
I
was
still
my favorite Doctor, and that could just be because I started with like, I think I started with 9.
I like 9, but I started with Matt Smith, so he's kind of my favorite.
Tennant was my favorite, specifically for the way that Tennant left. Because then I rewatched everything Tennant did, and it just watching that scene twice, I lost it. I broke down. I was
Yeah.
hysterical.
I
Who's
like
one
all
the-
3 of those guys for the different reasons. I didn't watch enough of 12 to really have an opinion.
Doctor Who is one of those fandoms that I appreciate that everyone loves, but it's oh no, Red has to go.
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh.
Oh no.
Do we want to keep going, or do we want to pick up later?
I know Red said that they wanted to be part of the story, so
Yeah, Red wanted to
maybe,
hear. We can stop here if we want for tonight
yeah.
and pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can stop.
It's a weird place to stop, but we're sorry. We'd rather do this with Red.
Yeah.
We rather have everybody here than miss out.
Yeah.
Alright, so
So
I'm
the child shall remain excited.
vibrating. I will stop the recording in 3, 2, 1.